Welcome to the 200 Proof Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Grayson Schutzman, and that is...
Willie Bites, and this is a sports podcast.
We will be talking almost entirely about sports. We do go on tangents.
It happens.
They are always super related.
Yeah.
Last time, I think we talked about the economical efficacy of trickle down.
Yeah.
I think that was probably about J.J. McCarthy.
This is a highly intellectual podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're sponsored by SeatGeek. Get $20 off your first ticket off SeatGeek. Any ticket using the promo code 200 Proof Sports. That's 200 Proof Sports, no spaces. All caps too. I don't know if that matters. Anyway, getting into it, we're going to talk NFL, college football, boxing, maybe a little UFC, and if we got time, NBA.
Let's get into it.
We're going to start out with college football, and no, we're not talking about what everyone's talking about this week, the Lane Kiffin thing, because Lane Kiffin's a bad guy. We all knew that. Can't make a hoe into a housewife.
Yep.
What we're going to talk about is what the fuck is going on with Penn State.
Clearly nothing good.
Will doesn't know much about Penn State football. I know way too much about Penn State football.
I think God is punishing them for Jerry Sandusky.
Isn't the winter's punishment enough?
It's like, why do you have to bring up the sex abuse scandal from like our lifetimes?
I don't bring it up every time I see... Oh, I brought it up to a Catholic guy this morning.
Didn't the Catholic church do enough, like, with touching the kids?
What do you mean? Did they do enough? Did they do enough kid touching?
Like, haven't they done enough that we as a society have to be like, okay, guys, you have to stop now?
Did they stop?
No.
Do you mean like stop touching kids or stop like being an organization?
Like, give them the option.
Already.
Give them the options, either stop touching kids or stop existing.
And their answer is no.
Yeah.
Anyway, from one kid-touching organization to another, at least one has a football team. Gives something back.
Barely.
Yeah. Fuck off. Anyway, so Penn State fired their coach, James Franklin, earlier this year because James Franklin was an awful football coach. Despite what you may hear... Great recruiter. Awful football coach. Let me explain what happened with James Franklin. He was always doing the bare minimum. He was always beating the teams he should beat, the bad teams. He never beat any team. He never won as an underdog. He never beat a top 10 team. He never overachieved. And then this year, he stopped doing the bare minimum. He stopped beating the teams he should beat while also not beating the better teams. So basically, he was bad as a football coach. He got fired. He should have been fired. And you might be hearing in the media that it was an unjust firing, and I'll get to why you're hearing that. So Penn State is in this predicament where they were the first team to fire their head coach and are now the last team to not have a head coach hired.
Damn. That's not good.
And if you're wondering how that happened, because Penn State is one of the blue blood organizations. It's a great job that pays a ton, has a ton of NIL money, has great recruiting base. Everything about it is you set up, and all these coaches seemingly taking worse jobs.
And I think this really highlights the issue that has been going on. Okay. Yeah.
You're never going to believe what happened. Penn State pissed off the college football Illuminati.
Of course.
Which is seemingly one guy. His name is Jimmy Sexton. He's a real fat son of a bitch. Jimmy Sexton is an agent at CAA who who is also known to people who are deeper into college football than I am as the man who runs college football. I just found out about this guy. Jimmy Sexton told Penn State, Jimmy Sexton was James Franklin's agent. He told Penn State if they fired James Franklin mid-season, he will not let any of the coaches he represents coach for Penn State. He represents every single coach in college football.
Let me get this straight. They said to James Franklin, "We'll pay you all your money and you don't have to do your job." And the guy who represents him was mad.
Yes. He saw it as disrespectful.
I wish someone would do that to me.
That would be so cool. James Franklin's already got another job, by the way.
Yeah, of course he does.
So yeah, if you're wondering, Lane Kiffin, the Ohio State defensive coordinator, the guy of Florida, every single coach on the Penn State's list, all represented by Jimmy Sexton. He represents 80% of Power 5, which is the Power 4 now, the big conferences. He represents over 80% of the head coaches and coordinators.
Since when do coordinators have agents?
Everyone needs an agent to negotiate their contract.
I don't get an agent.
You don't have a contract.
Yes, I do.
With who?
My employer.
That's like a standard you can hire an agent. No one's
I
stopping.
I might.
Anyway, and if you're wondering what, so they very justifiably fired James Franklin. And if you're wondering why the media keeps telling you how unfair it was to James Franklin, well, guess who represents all of the college football media? Jimmy fucking Sexton. This motherfucker represents everyone on College Game Day. Apparently, he is now a producer on College Game Day because he got Nick Saban the job, and he's literally feeding Nick Saban talking points, and he's doing this in the open. So there is nobody left. All of the coaches are gone. Penn State has no coach. So now all the recruits who agreed to come to Penn State have left. And they currently have the 154th recruiting class in college football. There are only 134 teams in the FBS. They are below Division III teams.
Okay.
There are no coaches left that they can hire. There was one guy they were looking into who was not represented by Jimmy Sexton. He was the coach of BYU. And we were going to blow him away with an offer, and Crumble Cookies and the Mormon Church teamed up to stop it. The Mormon Church and the CEO of Crumble Cookies, who I guess went to BYU, teamed up to raise a ton of money to pay him what a blue blood like Penn State would pay their head coach for this guy to coach at BYU.
I mean, BYU, their athletics have been pretty decent the past decade, but yeah. He loves them Cougars.
Who doesn't? Quick side tangent before I yell again. Zach Wilson. Between Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, all of these failed New York guys, wouldn't it make sense to just go sign Zach Wilson as a quarterback rather than trying your luck at in the draft? Because in the past decade, you have a way better hit rates just hiring somebody who used to be a quarterback. There's a way better hit rate for teams on quarterbacks that busted out of New York teams than there is even for the #1 overall pick.
Just take the loss on that rookie jersey card and move on, dude.
Just hire. Come on. It's Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold played worse when he was on the Jets than Zach Wilson did.
Yeah, probably.
Daniel Jones was Daniel Jones.
He was Daniel Jones. He did those Daniel Jones things.
Geno Smith barely even got to play a season.
I don't know what to tell you, man. He must be pretty bad at practice.
think he keeps banging his coach's moms.
Or wives. Or grandmas.
Yeah, I do have that Zach Wilson card around here somewhere. It was worth $3,000 when I got it.
And now, like 50, 100?
I could probably get like 120 for it just because it's such a nice card and it's like 1 out of 10.
Is it graded?
Yeah, it's a triple. I got it right out of the pack, so it's a 10 out of 10, triple jersey patch, autographed, 10 out of 10 card.
That sounds pretty nice.
It looks cool too. Fucking hell. Anyway, what was I yelling about? Crumble cookies. Fuck them. I'm an insomnia cookies guy now.
Are they the ones that have that nice app?
Yeah, Crumble has a nice app.
Yeah.
God damn it. So yeah, Penn State has no coach. They don't have any way of getting a coach. It was basically the worst bluff call in the history of like calling someone's bluff. Because Jimmy Sexton is basically like, if you do this, I won't let any of I have all the coaches, I won't let any of the coaches work for you. And they're like, no way you're going to do that. It's a great job. They're going to demand great pay. They're going to demand to work there. And he's like, fuck you. Defensive coordinator for Ohio State? You want the head coach at Penn State? Fuck that. Go coach at University of Southern Florida. He took that job over Penn State.
University of Southern Florida, where Taco Fall went?
Yes. USF. Not even a Power 4 team.
No.
Not even close.
Well, I hope things turn around for Penn State. What I was going to say is it really just highlights...
There's one more thing I got to tell you. Now that every college coach is off the market, you will never believe who has the #1 odds to be the next Penn State head coach.
It's Brian Daboll, isn't it?
It's Brian fucking Daboll! Just rotating my misery.
This man is dedicated to ruining your life.
This guy, what the fuck did I do to this guy?
I don't know. What I was going to say is, for a long time, college football coaching has really been two jobs, right? It's recruiting and it's actually being a football coach. And, you know, you had coaches that were really good at one and not so great at the other. Like James Franklin was a really great recruiter, not so great at being actually a football coach. He was more of a cheerleader. What made Nick Saban so great was he was really good at both.
Yeah. That'd be cool to have one of those.
And so we were talking.
Unfortunately,
I think the job
agent is Jimmy Sexton.
Well, also Nick Saban's like 75.
I'll still take him.
Yeah, so would I. What should really happen is there should be a recruiting coach and a playing coach.
That's what I wanted to do with James Franklin. I was like, can we just like help him save face and say like you're the president of football operations or whatever the fuck, basically the GM.
Yeah.
And then like hire someone who could like beat an 8-year-old at Madden to call all plays.
Yeah, because the way James Franklin lost games earlier this season was almost as bad as the Giants. Like the clock management, the play calling, pretty inexcusable.
He's been doing this his whole career. He has this obsession with running it on 4th and long in critical moments.
Who does that?
They fucking hit. They're not even like draw plays. They're just like 2019 or 2018. It's Ohio State at home. We have like Mike Gesicki, Chris Godwin. We have an insane wide receiving core. We have Trace McSorley. Trace McSorley's been doing well on the ground. We have Miles Sanders as our running back. It's the best run defense in the league. They haven't been doing anything on the run. It's 4th and 5. We need to complete this to win the game. We're down 3. 4th and 5. He calls a timeout.
Do you A, try a screen pass, B, a slant, C, a post route,
QBs,
or D, run it up the middle?
Yeah, so he not only that, call the timeout, We had then called another timeout. He called 2 consecutive timeouts. So, like, we didn't get this thing, obviously, but we could have at least saved some time if we kept that timeout. And then he called it, and then on 4th and 5, he called an inside zone. What the fuck? He needed 2 timeouts to come up with inside zone.
That's like if you just mash like the X button in Madden and the recommended plays come up and you accidentally pick it.
That wouldn't be in the recommended plays. That wouldn't be fucking out. I think if you like got out of the recommended thing, went to pick your own play and clicked inside zone, it would ask you if you were sure.
Yeah, probably.
Twice.
Probably.
The 2 consecutive timeouts really did it for me. It was crazy. So yeah, and stop saying his firing wasn't justifiable. He lost to the worst team in college football. They were ranked 120th.
Who did he lose to?
UCLA. They were the worst team. They fired their coach. The offensive coordinator didn't know he was getting the job until like that Wednesday. Game was on Saturday. And he didn't know how the headset worked, so he couldn't get all the plays in. He had never called plays before. He was like the wide receiver coach.
Right.
And they didn't just lose. They lost badly, that team. With like the number 2 ranked like roster in the league, they were predicted to go to the Natty.
Yeah, it's not working out for Penn State.
And people are mad we fired that guy.
Thoughts and prayers.
Fuck you. How's Williams? Williams could probably beat us.
Yeah, I mean, we're D3, but we have one.
Class.
Sorry?
We're like at that level now.
Yeah. Plus, we have one former basketball player in the league.
Who was it again?
Duncan Robinson.
Right. Is he still in the league?
I think. I mean, he did a year at Williams and then transferred to Michigan, I think.
Is he? Yeah, he's on the Pistons.
Best record in the East.
Best record in the East. It's crazy how
scary.
It's crazy how fast they turn that around.
Yeah. Well, Cade Cunningham has been really good.
What was Monty Williams doing?
I feel like him and Eric Adams would be friends.
I think Eric Adams, if he wasn't going to try to get a job where he was in charge of stuff, everyone would be friends with Eric Adams. Seems like a fun dude.
I would love to hang out with Eric Adams.
My dad's going to his like Bayside Boys Rich Boy Club thing soon, where Eric Adams shows up. It's like him, Eric Adams, Jordan Belfort, and the guy who owns the Islanders, and a few dead people.
Well, we should go.
We should totally crash that, but we'd have to go to an Islanders game.
Okay. There are worse things.
How do you even get to UBS Arena?
Probably LIRR.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah. They have double-decker trains. It's weird.
Yeah, and all their and every train you have to transfer in Jamaica.
Yeah. Or like Babylon.
Yeah. The Grand Central stuff's better. Everything at Penn Station sucks. Anyway, no one cares about this. We're getting off track again.
Our listeners care. Any last words on Penn State?
No, fuck them. I hope they asked me for money today. Twice. They sent 2 different emails in the midst of this, where the entire media is ripping them apart, and they're infuriating us, and they're about to not be a football team. They asked me for money twice today.
You gotta give. A lot of people give.
Yo, Tim Robinson, what the fuck was that chair company finale? She's my
We
girlfriend.
We don't have to get into that right now.
It's a lot. So yeah, I really just had to get that off my chest and explain it to someone, because I knew you didn't know what was going on, but like, this is what happened. We pissed off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They pissed off the college football Illuminati. So like,
literally.
I was watching College Game Day. I'm like, why are they ripping us for firing James Franklin? And then I realized he represented every single person on College Game Day. And it turns out he was a producer who comes up with the talking points. He's really ugly too.
Yeah, I looked him up. He's a fat ball of dough.
I think he's got some hair. I think he's just blonde and kind of blends in with his weird skin.
Yeah, he can't grow a beard either.
No chance. It would really help with whatever's going on with his face. All right, I'm going to do crazy...
He looks like he's racist.
I'm going to do crazy stats real quick. And that way we can get into the NFL. Because I got some thoughts on the Giants and Shedeur Sanders and basically nothing else.
Fair enough.
Crazy stats from this week in the NFL. Eagles only the Titans have more scoreless halves than the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles. These Philadelphia Eagles also have the most 3-and-outs this season.
I saw that the Giants didn't force a single 3-and-out last night or 2 nights ago.
No, we didn't. But honestly, that was mostly... I'll get to it. Special teams. Jesus. Every NFC South team has a negative point differential.
Not surprised. That division sucks.
Both the South divisions should be relegated. I'm just so tired of their stupid 9-8 teams taking up a playoff spot.
Listen, the South has college football. We have real football.
They don't even have college football anymore. Ever since they had to start paying black people for labor, they're really bad at that.
They hate that.
Dude, they have never figured out how to have a successful anything while paying black people for labor. I guess they're decent at barbecue.
Yeah, I guess.
Better than us. I feel like you could get pretty decent barbecue here if you wanted.
Yeah. Also,
it's New York. You can get good at anything.
People don't realize pastrami is barbecue. It's smoked.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't think black people would agree with you.
I think they would agree plenty if they know what barbecue is.
They know what it is, and it doesn't involve Jews. I think that's their general take on it.
Listen, black people, I don't think you can really afford to be anti-Semitic.
Well, they are. They're like the number one. It's not their fault. Do I need to get into this? In the fucking 20s, Christians in the South purposely tried to get the Jews and the blacks to hate each other by spreading propaganda about each other, and it's really worked.
Good job, guys.
Oh, I do have a race bait segment that I was going to do last week, but I still have it if we want to do it later.
Okay.
Okay, back to crazy stats. The Minnesota Vikings are the only team in NFL history to have 2 quarterbacks throw a pick 6 in their NFL debut in one season.
JJ McCarthy and
Brosmer. They had an undrafted rookie. He was JJ McCarthy's backup because Carson Wentz broke his arm. Oh, he tore his labrum.
Brosmer.
Yes, he had one of the worst. JJ McCarthy has been like the worst. As much as we shit on Shedeur, JJ McCarthy's been worse. Like, he's been historically awful. And he was bad in college, too. It made no sense for them to pick him. But he's been historically bad. Then they put Brosner in, and I was like, oh my God, where's JJ? Justin Jefferson almost quit football during the game. There's a really funny play where Brosner's they're on the 1 yard line about to score. I don't know how they got down there. I didn't see that part. But they're he's getting chased. They got through the offensive line and he's getting chased and he runs 20 yards back. And then he's facing the other way and he flips his arm like that and just tosses the ball backwards without looking. So I guess not take the sack. Just goes like right into the defender's hand, 88-yard pick six. That was his pick six.
Nice.
Really dumb. I still got a couple of these. Saquon Barkley has the same amount of rushing touchdowns as Patrick Mahomes.
Saquon hasn't been having a good year.
No, they also have the same amount of runs over 10 yards.
That's bad.
There's a statistic that when you get as many touches as Saquon got last year, you generally lose about half of your production the next year. It's a lot on your body. Maybe Saquon could coach Penn State football.
Probably.
Okay, last one. This one's weird. Drake May leads the NFL in passing yards despite not having a single game over 300 yards.
Is he the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander of quarterbacks?
Just consistent 30 points on the dot every night. Yeah, he's just like hitting 250 every night. No more, no less.
I feel like the quarterback environment in the league right now is pretty bad. I mean,
it's bleak.
I remember growing up, and it seemed like every week either Peyton or Eli or Phillip Rivers or Tom Brady or Ben Roethlisberger or even like Joe Flacco would have a game where it'd be like 4 touchdowns, 450 yards.
Passing is way down. So like when we in the 2010s, it went way up, and then I know exactly why this happened. It was to stop the 2018 Rams. Vic Fangio, I forgot what team was on the playoffs, created a new defense, which is like the too high safety that stops like all the deep passing, and everyone's been doing that since. So now rushing is actually more effective than passing. So a few years ago, we talked about the death of the running back. Now it's more important than ever.
So they really said, instead of one safety in the middle of the field, how about 2 safeties in the middle of the field? And that just worked.
Basically.
And no one thought of this before?
It's more complicated than that, I'm sure, but that's how I understand it. So now there's more like screen passes and slants and like short passes and runs than ever before.
Working the middle of the field, which, as we all know, leads to way fewer injuries. Way safer.
Justin Jefferson should sit the season out. He's going to get killed. But,
that's the receiver.
Yeah, it's the general ebb and flow. The offense comes up with something new. Defense adjusts. Defense comes up with something new. Offense adjusts. Just waiting for someone to figure it out. What else is that? Oh, yeah, that's it for crazy stats. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. I just want to mention real quick. We had a 5-year... God, in all of his glory, gave us a 5-year break from the Patriots dynasty after 20 straight fucking years of it. And you spent the whole time complaining about the Chiefs. You got a 5-year break from the Patriots dynasty, and you spent the entire time whining about Kansas City. Well, now they're back. They're the number 1 seed in the NFL. They have the favorite for MVP. They have the best fucking coach that we could have hired.
Deep breaths.
You want to talk about the Giants game?
Not really.
I just want to talk about...
I do want to talk about one thing.
Is it Abdul Carter?
No.
It's not about his porn addiction?
No.
Not about how he doesn't have a sack this year?
Abdul Carter and the SEC have a lot in common. No, I want to talk about that missed field goal, because I've seen a lot of people saying a lot of very mean things about Younghoe Koo. He is a very good field goal kicker. And what I think happened, he's been around for a long time. What I think happened is the snap and hold were so bad that rather than try to kick the ball and risk the defense returning it, he just chose to abort.
Yeah, that's kind of what he said. he explained this like yesterday, I think. He said, so he saw that the catch was wrong, so he was aborting, but the guy actually fixed it really quickly. He recovered like the catch and got it in the right place, but it was too late. So he hit the ground. Not even the worst special teams play that quarter. So these were 3 special teams plays in a row. Ready? Missed field goal. That kick. We then kick off to the Patriots. The Patriots then run that kickoff back for a touchdown.
Of course.
The next one, we get the ball. They kick it to us. Guys running. Takes a helmet-to-helmet hit out of bounds. Gets knocked unconscious. Drops the ball. It's a fumble. 3 consecutive special teams plays. All happened within like 6 real-time minutes.
This is like if...
It was a 13-point swing.
This is like if like Don Bosco or like IMG Academy was playing against a school
Bishop
for
Sycamore. When IMG played against Bishop Sycamore and they beat them by 60.
Bishop Sycamore or like...
Do you
honestly,
know what Bishop Sycamore was?
Of course. But
yeah.
it feels less like Bishop Sycamore and more like a special needs school. And instead of going easy on them and winning by like 2 touchdowns, the good team just goes full force, lays out every single player they can, and the refs make calls that favor the prep school instead of the special needs school. And it's like, guys, like, it's over. Like, this isn't a real game.
If someone hit Patrick Mahomes the way that they let them hit Jackson Dart, they'd be tried at the Hague for war crimes.
Yeah. I mean, they'd be getting a letter from the league for sure. $50,000 fine to start. I mean,
yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway,
4 to 6 game suspension.
The Giants have the most expensive defense in the league. They are 30th in defense. For some reason, that does not the guy who not only picks the players, hired the defensive coordinator, and manages this and negotiates all the salaries. Somehow, he has not been fired.
It's not his fault.
No, it's the Jews.
Of course, it's the
Probably
Jews.
Some fucking Jews.
There's probably some Jews involved. It's New York, after all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not involved, but I probably know some people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Giants are bad. Moving right along, Shedeur Sanders, our favorite topic. Do you want me to do our race-based topic?
Go for it.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. This was a really deep dig. So I found this website when I was this service when I was working for a marketing company that they collect everybody's Instagram comments, and that helps sort you into categories of types of people that you are so that they can better market to you. So I put 4 things in of what people are saying in the comments and saw what came up. It's 2. We're both putting it. It's 2 sports things and 2 music things, and I'm gonna want you to guess what demographic this encompasses. Shedeur Sanders. People who believe that the NFL is conspiring against Shedeur Sanders. People who defended Kyrie Irving's anti-vax stance. People who picked Drake's side in the beef. And people who, and what they categorized as Kanye West apologists. This actually kind of relates to what we were talking about before. What demographic do you think is this group? is most likely to have all these 4 beliefs and defend it in Instagram comments?
I'm going to say black women.
It's black men who voted for Donald Trump.
See, that was what I was thinking. I was like, it sounds like black men, but also it sounds like white supremacists.
Yeah, it's both. It's if you believe all 4 of these things, you probably are a black man who voted for Donald Trump. It gave me I didn't write it down, but it gave me a statistic of how likely they are to be in this demographic, and it was off the charts. It was 80-something% of people who hold all 4 of these beliefs.
Yeah. Picking Drake's side in the beef, and being a Shedeur Sanders apologist, and also still defending Kanye.
And then you throw in the Kyrie anti-vax thing.
Yeah, well, that's just a given at that point.
Yeah. I'm also going to take a wild guess. Not a huge fan of Jews, this demographic.
What?
There's a lot of anti-Semitism, and I don't know, Drake's Jewish?
Half.
Yeah, I don't think that's the half they like.
Yeah, I don't like any half of Drake.
He has 600 songs because he released 2 albums a year and they all have 30 songs. I think I like 11 songs.
Fair enough.
I like some stuff he features on.
11 out of 600 is 1 in 60, which is 1.6%.
He makes some good music, but he makes so much bad music that it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought that was a fun little race bait. I was really excited about that one. Do you see why I was so excited?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we can move on to just talking about Shedeur Sanders, so we're going to be called racist. I want to say this. You're racist. If you all the Shedeur Sanders supporters, they're the racist ones. They're the ones who are supporting Shedeur Sanders, and they're well, he's clearly, you got to give him some time. Did you give Dylan Gabriel that time, who's statistically better in every single stat than Shedeur Sanders? No, because you're fucking racist. Shedeur Sanders is, I'm just going to pull up his exact numbers. Actually, I have it in my phone. I forgot. I took a picture of this. Shedeur Sanders is performing worse than Dylan Gabriel in every metric. Yes, they won a game because of their defense, and they were playing the worst team in the league. He has played 3 bottom third of the league defenses. And he has a 41% completion percentage. League average is 65. He has a 1-to-2 touchdown interception ratio. And he has a 52 passer rating. Compared to Dylan Gabriel, the guy who needs to be replaced, who Shedeur is clearly better than, has a 60% completion percentage, little below average, a 7-to-2 touchdown interception ratio, and an 81 passer rating. There is no argument that Dylan Gabriel is worse than Shedeur Sanders. He's clearly better.
Clearly, yeah.
And Shedeur Sanders has gone up against the 28th ranked defense in the league, the 24th ranked defense in the league, and the 20th ranked defense in the league.
So basically, Shedeur Sanders has been playing terribly against the worst defenses in the league.
Yes.
And people are still defending him.
Yes. Because he won that one game where he didn't do anything.
Right. He definitely won that game, and it wasn't the fact that the Browns sacked the Texans 10 times.
It was 10 times, and he only had 11 completions. And his only touchdown was a screen pass that the receiver took 60 yards.
Right. Such a good quarterback, though. It was a great throw.
Raiders. Yeah.
It was a great throw.
Good. Yeah, and what sucks is this is going to continue because guess who he plays next?
Don't tell me it's the Giants.
It's the Titans. Even worse.
Oh, yeah. Even worse.
And it's going to be so annoying if they beat it because the Browns have a great defense. So they're going to beat the Titans. They're favorited. And it's going to have nothing to do with Shedeur. And everyone's going to be like, see, he should have been the number 1 overall pick. He just beat Cam Ward. He just outplayed Cam Ward, who had to go up against Myles fucking Garrett, who's about to break the sack record.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders is going up against the worst defense in the NFL, or the second worst defense in the NFL. And they're going to be like, see? You're racist.
Yeah,
if you support Shedeur Sanders, you're racist.
I think
racist.
NFL
You're
fans
racist.
might be the dumbest group of sports fans, and specifically Shedeur Sanders of that subset are the dumbest. Are you
insulting black men who voted for Donald Trump?
No comment.
Yeah, that was a really fun thing. I should play around with that software more.
Yeah.
I
wonder what it would say about us.
You want to get to Teo versus Shakur?
Yeah. Yeah. So Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson for what division is it?
It's not lightweight.
What's the weight?
Is it lightweight?
Is it going to be at like 138?
No, yeah, they're fighting at 140. So
140.
Shakur's going up to Teo's division. No, not a huge gap, but I think it's a 5-pound gap, but that's fine.
Yeah, Shakur obviously has been on a tear recently. Most recently, won against William Zepeda. Great fight. We were there. Teofimo Lopez, since a somewhat controversial victory over Lomachenko
he beat
a few years ago. He beat him. He
didn't destroy him, but he beat him.
It wasn't like
really beat him.
It wasn't like Haney, where a lot of people say Loma won that fight. But if they fought again, if they rematched, I think Loma would have won.
Yeah, I don't know how he didn't get that rematch. He was the number 1 pound-for-pound guy in the world at the time. How was there no?
I think he just didn't want it, or like he didn't care.
All he ever wanted was to be undisputed.
Anyways, they're set to fight in January. It's going to be a great fight. Who you got?
This is so fucking hard. So the thing with Teo is he has a loss because he says he has some health problems, but what really looks like is he plays to his competition. He is like arguably the most athletic boxer in the world right now. Just pure athleticism. Just a lot of talent. He's a crazy, twitchy. I think Abdullah Mason if I had to pick a guy. But yeah, just crazy, twitchy athlete who just plays down his competition. So he shows up against going in at 24 years old against the number 1 pound-for-pound guy in the world. Just fights out of his mind. Then he goes in against a guy named Cabosa, who's kind of a shit fighter who's been living off this fight forever. And he gets knocked down, he loses, he doesn't look like he wants to be there. Comes in another fight, loses, doesn't look like he wants to be there. Then he's an underdog again all of a sudden. Goes in against a great unified champion, Josh Taylor. He was not in its pound-for-pound list, but close to it. Great fighter. He was an underdog. And Teo fucking destroys him. So if you get the best Teo, you're arguably getting the best boxer alive. But we've only seen that guy like 3 times.
Let's pump the brakes with the best boxer alive comparisons. We've got Terrence Crawford alive. We've got Inoue. We've got Usyk. These are guys that you always get the best version of them. But I do think Teo has the edge over Shakur just because he is naturally bigger and longer, and I think it's going to give Shakur a lot of problems.
Shakur is consistently great, though.
He is. But if Teo can bring his A game, work the jab, work the body, which is always good against these speedy, slick guys, I think he's got a clear path to victory.
Shakur might be the best defensive fighter in the sport. The fight we saw was fun, but he's usually known as kind of a dull Floyd Mayweather type fighter. And he is.
Yeah.
Because he's like Floyd down there at T. He has like the brittle hands too, so he doesn't throw.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so it might not be the most fun fight, but luckily it's one of the ring cards now. So we just saw Ring 4, which was sick. We had a weird viewing experience, but it was a great card. And then the Ring 5's coming up, which is going to be a bloodbath full of Japanese and Mexican guys. So they're going to stack the card. So worst case, there's going to be like 3 other awesome the excited for it. So I kind of want to. The way I want to loop this in with UFC is, I was watching the most viewed NFL game, regular season NFL game of all time, the Chiefs Cowboys game this Thanksgiving. And if you didn't know, UFC has a new deal with Paramount Plus. They're going to be doing all their fights on Paramount Plus from now on. And
for free.
For free. Pay-per-view's done. And I was like, oh, that's good for the UFC, but I don't know how big of a boost that's going to be. Paramount Plus is a little niche, and it's specifically very, like, white American, middle American male. Like, everything on that platform is, like, Tyler Sheridan shows, and then, like, network TV sitcoms and cops.
Yeah, like NCIS.
Yeah, shit like that, and then, like, old movies. So
yeah.
it's like The Godfather and Top Gun. So it's very middle America, white American male. So I figured it wasn't going to expand their audience that much. And then at halftime, they gave Dana White of the most viewed. I forgot the crooked deal with Paramount and CBS and the Skydance merger, where they had to fire the head of 60 Minutes because he was too mean to Trump, and Trump wouldn't let the merger through. And that now CBS owns Paramount. So during the most viewed NFL game of all time, they gave Dana White 10 minutes to just talk about their first card. I totally didn't think about that as a marketing thing. This is going to be fucking huge for the UFC. Meanwhile, in boxing, it's fucking DAZN, who does a good job. And I'm like, well, why isn't Americans still not watching these fights? Because now we used to not get the fights when we had the broadcasters, HBO, Showtime, ESPN. Now we don't have the broadcasters, but all the fights are actually happening. No one in America has fucking DAZN because there's nothing else on DAZN America can want. DAZN is huge in the rest of the world.
It's like boxing and then cornhole.
It's boxing, and then they have these 2 British things people like, which is darts and snooker, they call it. And they also have a ton of international soccer. They have like...
No one cares about that.
No, but they don't even have the broadcasting rights for those games in America.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Great. They have like World Cup qualifiers. They have all that shit. They don't have a single thing on that platform Americans would be interested in. So they have 40 million subscribers, and they only have, which would put them in like the top 6 of like streaming services worldwide. But they only have 800,000 in America. So you're just never gonna grow the sport in America with DAZN. So someone has to buy DAZN, or they gotta figure something out. Get an NFL game on there. They also have the rights to all the international NFL. So like if you're in a different country and you want to watch the NFL, you watch it on DAZN.
But who does that?
Some British people. I don't know. Fucking Americans abroad.
Okay.
Who don't know about streaming things illegally.
Yeah, it takes like 10 seconds.
It's so easy. Yeah. Although it's been buffering a lot lately. It's been kind of a mess.
Well, I didn't pay $0 for this to keep lagging.
Hey, man, it always is totally fine, like when they're getting the play set up, and the second they snap the ball, just lags and cuts, and the play is over.
Well, that's because, I mean, not with football, but with, like, fights and stuff, more people join when the fight's about to start.
Yeah.
So
we gotta get these. That's what we need. We gotta get these illegal streamers more money so they have more bandwidth, so they stop lagging.
Well, the way they make money is by selling scammy ads. So we need more people to fall for the scam, so the ad space is worth more.
I can actually help with that. If you've noticed, one of the #1 like pop-up ads on those sites is BetUS. We technically have a BetUS sponsorship deal that I've just never used.
Great.
We have a
yeah.
Let's get more money at BetUS.
Yeah. Anyways, do we have time to talk about the UFC briefly?
Yeah, go for it. I just wanted to connect those dots of like, this is what the UFC, who's struggling a little right now with views, but they'll be fine. This is going to be huge for them. And boxing, they fixed the no fights problem, and now they got to fix the problem they didn't used to have, which is the broadcaster.
Right. Well, the UFC is in kind of an interesting place. I think we're in a very weird timeline right now, and in a lot of ways, the funniest timeline.
Is that interesting place where they are called Dagestan?
Yeah, it's called the Caucasus. Currently, I think, we've got Merab, Ilia Topuria, Islam Makhachev, Khamzat Chimaev. I think that's four of the male UFC belt holders right now are from the Caucasus. One from Chechnya, one from Dagestan, and two from Georgia. And it used to be 5 because Ilia Topuria had the 145-pound belt, Islam had the 155, Merab had 135, Khamzat had 185, and then Ankalaev had 205. Kind of crazy.
I'm looking at the list of the champions, and there's only 2 guys here whose name I can pronounce with like somewhat confidence.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
But also Islam and Khamzat, they look really similar in these photos.
Yeah, they don't look that similar in real life, but so wanted to touch briefly on Islam Makhachev first. So Islam, if you don't know, he's Khabib Nurmagomedov's protege, and he basically took over for Khabib when Khabib's father died during COVID. Khabib fought one last time after his father died, retired basically in his prime, and Islam took over his mantle, won the lightweight belt almost immediately, has defended it probably 6 or 7 times, and now recently moved up to welterweight 170 and won the belt, made the fight look so easy. I mean, he just completely demolished Jack Della Maddalena, who I thought was a pretty tough fighter, but Maddalena had 0 chance. And it puts Islam on a pretty short list of people who have held multiple UFC belts. You have Georges St. Pierre, you have John Jones, very briefly, Daniel Cormier, Conor McGregor, Henry Cejudo, and Amanda Nunes. I think that's it. And most of those, they didn't defend those belts. They really only defended one of the belts and just went up, got the other belt, and then almost immediately vacated. So it begs the question, how much more does Islam need to do to be considered one of the MMA GOATs? I think he's already surpassed Khabib.
I think he passed Khabib because I know obviously I don't know the history as well as you do, but when I ask people, those are the 2 names I get for the GOAT are Khabib and John Jones.
Well, Khabib's such an interesting case because he retired in his prime. And so he only defended the belt like 3, maybe 4 times. Weird. And if you go back and look at his competition, most of them were pretty bad. That being said, I'm not sure that any fighter has ever had the level of dominance that Khabib had in his prime. But we'll just never know. John Jones, his accomplishments in the ring are undisputed. I mean, irrefutable.
What about his accomplishments outside the ring?
Yeah, but his accomplishments outside the ring are less than savory. He's just a bad person. Like, literally a bad person. Like,
comes from a great family.
Yeah, really great family. And as a result, that's impacted his ability to stay inside the ring. And also over the last 5, 6, 7 years, he's only had like 2 or 3 fights. Yeah. And so you could argue that the back half of his career has been pretty much wasted on nothing.
I mean, he won a heavyweight title during that, right? One of those fights. That was recent.
Yeah, he won the heavyweight title.
And then I don't think has he even fought since? He did that. He had one.
He won the heavyweight title against Cyril Gane, and then he insisted on fighting Stipe Miocic, who was past 40 and already retired pretty much. He didn't even train for the fight against John Jones. He was working as a volunteer firefighter in Cleveland. That's his real job.
Is that the guy he beat with that like spinning backwards kick?
Yes.
You know what? Yes. It was totally worth it for them to put on that fight for that highlight. That highlighter.
So he wasted like 2 or 3 years for that fight, and then he said he was going to fight Tom Aspinall, and we'll get to this in a bit.
But now
wasted everyone's time for 3 years, and then decided to retire. So John Jones, no. Daniel Cormier has those losses against John Jones and never really defended the heavyweight title, although he's an amazing fighter. So the only ones I would really put above Islam are Georges St. Pierre, potentially Amanda Nunes, and potentially Demetrius Johnson.
Amanda Nunes,
a.k.a. Mighty Mouse.
Wait, that's
not
Mighty
Ronda
Mouse?
Rousey.
No, I was saying Amanda Nunes beating Ronda Rousey was like one of the first fights I think I watched like live.
Yeah, Ronda never should have taken that fight. She had no idea what she was getting herself into.
That was brutal. But yeah.
Yeah.
She beat the shit out of her.
So to me, the MMA conversation is about, okay, at your peak, how good of a fighter are you? How long did you stay at that peak? And then what other things did you do with your life to positively or negatively impact your own personal brand and the brand of MMA and the UFC?
So that's the one that John Jones falls off on.
Yeah.
I mean,
and some other names you could throw out. Some other names you could throw out, potentially Anderson Silva. Although the back half of his career has been pretty sad. Lost to Jake Paul in a boxing exhibition.
Thrown out a lot, like Liddell and stuff.
Yeah, Chuck Liddell. Again, the back half of his career was pretty sad. He got knocked out a lot.
That explains a lot of the things he's been saying.
Yeah, he took a lot of hits to the head.
Yeah, him and Antonio Brown should hang out.
That's Islam Makhachev. Moving on, Ilia Topuria, who many people maybe 5 or 6 months ago were saying was on one of the greatest runs in MMA history. And honestly, it was pretty hard to argue with him. I mean, he knocked out Max Holloway, who had never even been knocked down and was widely considered the best boxer in the UFC. Then he knocked out Alexander Volkanovski, called his shot. Then he moves up to 155 and knocks out Charles Oliveira in the first round. And he hasn't been fighting for a while, kind of trying to figure out his next move. He says he wants to move up to 170 to fight Islam Makhachev, which I think is fucking insane. But a big part of Ilia Topuria's brand has been being rich and flying around in private planes and wearing nice suits and training in a fancy custom home gym.
You mean like
and all of this.
He's trying to be Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, a little bit. But Floyd Mayweather, but he knocks people out.
Not just his wife?
Not just his wife. And in an unfortunate turn of events for Ilia Topuria, his hot, rich Spanish wife has left him. And as a result, he has now vacated the 155-pound belt, which makes him, I think, the first fighter I've ever heard about to vacate a title because their wife left them.
Okay, but I'm looking at his wife, and I kind of get it.
You get why she would leave him?
No, I get why he would vacate his title. I get why he's just kind of given up on life. Like,
I mean, yeah, fair.
Yeah, you had everything and you lost it.
Yeah.
What's anything else matter when you lose her?
I mean,
she literally looks like AI.
Food turns to ash in your mouth. All your favorite activities aren't fun anymore. You're always tired, but you can't sleep.
Yeah, you're talking about the curse from the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Shut the fuck up.
You're literally
Shut the fuck up, you fucking skunk.
You're quoting it word for word.
My point is, weird things are going on with Ilia Topuria. My thoughts and prayers go out to him. He's one of the most exciting fighters I've ever seen. I hope to see him again in the octagon soon.
Someone should tell him about the hot chicks in the world.
And yeah, he needs to bang some chicks.
What's that?
I mean,
girl?
who wouldn't want to bang? He's handsome. He's kind of rich at this point. I don't know how much of that money is his. He's a UFC champion, but he's like 5'6".
1 second. I'm trying to remember this girl's name who bangs athletes. Who's like the hottest chick I've ever seen. He should bang her. Maya Jama.
Yeah, go for it.
Mayajama. If you don't know who that is, Google it. You're gonna get a boner pretty much instantly.
You hear that? You hear that, Ilia Topuria? Hit her up.
She's out there. She dunked Ben Simmons.
And in the final piece of MMA news, and this relates to what we've been talking about with John Jones and the heavyweight division, which has been an utter mess for the last. I mean, since Francis Ngannou left for PFL, so fuck you, Uncle Dana. But if you don't know, Tom Aspinall was the #1 ranked heavyweight for a very long time. Won a bunch of really exciting fights, mostly via knockout in the first round. And he was set to fight John Jones. And John Jones dragged his feet and delayed, and he wanted more money, and he was waiting for the right opportunity, the right fight card, and eventually, after like 2.5 years of negotiations, John Jones just retired with the heavyweight belt. So poor Tom Aspinall has to go and fight Cyril Gane, who is the person that John Jones beat for the heavyweight belt. The fight gets made. They train. First round, Tom Aspinall gets poked in the eye and can't continue the fight. And now, like a month later, he says he's still blind in one eye.
It didn't look that bad.
It really didn't look that bad. I mean, we've all been poked in the eye before. I've seen 100 guys in the UFC get poked in the eye, and most of the time they're fine and they can continue fighting. Sometimes the eye poke is really bad and they have to stop the fight. I've never seen someone get eye poked so bad that they're still blind in that eye a month later. And I mean, all I can say is poor Tom Aspinall, because he waited this guy
for some reason.
He waited for like 3 years for a shot at the heavyweight belt, and then he gets eye poked, and now it looks like, I mean, this has the potential to force him to retire potentially.
Wait, no. Huge wasted opportunity. Come back with an eye patch. Topuria the Pirate.
No, Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall, the Pirate.
Yeah, I don't know. Tom the Pirate.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why I thought Topuria. Yeah, I was still thinking about Topuria's wife. Sorry.
There is a crazy Dagestani guy named what's his name?
Are there any not crazy Dagestani guys?
No, this guy's really crazy. They call him the Pirate. His name is Magomed Sharapov, and he's blind in one eye.
I feel like that would be very negative for your peripherals to see like punches coming and kicks.
Yeah, it's terrible. But he's still a great fighter, and And the scariest part is, due to some genetic anomaly, you know how most Dagestanis are like kind of brown skin, black hair, brown eyes.
They literally look like Neanderthals. Yes.
He's the face of a Dagestani, but the complexion of a ginger. So he's got pale skin,
what is this guy's name?
Red hair, blue eyes.
Blue eyes?
I think it's Shara Magomed Sharapov.
Yeah, that came. What the fuck is that thing? Oh my god, you can really see the eye.
Sharaputin Magomedov.
This guy looks
he's
like...
completely blind in that eye.
I don't know how to describe the look of this guy for like listeners. Looks like Michael Shannon grew a ginger beard and lived in a cave for 10 years. This doesn't look like someone like that's not a Homo sapien.
No, it's like someone spent like a few years with the One Ring, like how Gollum got transformed.
Yeah.
But then they lost it before it fully took effect.
Yeah, they're just a little fucked up.
He fights like a freaking madman. You got to look at his highlights. It's entertaining.
I'll look it up after this. Jesus Christ.
Another freak from MMA you have to look at is Frederick Vosgone. He looks like an actual Neanderthal.
Frederick, that was a V,
Vosgone.
Right?
Yeah.
I just want to look at this guy's fucking face, and then we can move on. Woo. Okay, that guy. I think I've seen this guy. That guy's just ugly.
Yeah.
That's just a big, ugly albino motherfucker.
Yeah.
Ugh. His body is actually like. First of all, his head. Where's his neck?
What neck?
Yeah, he doesn't have a neck. I actually like can't even spot a glimpse of his neck, and I'm looking at images from different angles. Jesus Christ. Okay, any more UFC stuff?
No, that's pretty much it.
When's that card that he was talking about? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was talking about during the biggest NFL game in history.
Let's see.
As a box fan, I'm lividly jealous of that. Yeah, Dana, come on, talk for 10 minutes during the halftime show in the biggest NFL game in history about your card.
I think it's UFC 325, which is going to be February 1st.
Oh, so it's the day after the Teo Shakur fight?
I guess.
What day of the month? Like, they're usually both on Saturdays. So January 31st is a Saturday, and February 1st is a Sunday. I guess. No.
Because they're doing it in Australia, so it's really going to be like, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure it's Volk's retirement fight.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. We got great combat sports coming up. We got that card. Ring 5's coming up. Ring 6, good card this weekend. What else is going on? I don't know. I'm a little petered out. You ready to call it?
Yeah.
We'll do NBA next one if we got time.
We can do like an all NBA podcast or something just to catch everyone up on what's been going on this season. Spoiler alert, it's mostly OKC ruining the league. 25-1.
They're going to get the number 1 overall pick in the deepest draft of the decades. I just want to bring this up real quick. So they might get the number 1 overall pick in this draft. So in the 80s, during the Bird Magic thing, the Lakers and Celtics just going back and forth winning titles. The reason the Lakers ended up with more titles, they both, the year after winning the title, ended up with first overall picks because teams were just bad at trading back then. So the reason Magic was able to win 2 more titles and Bird wasn't was because their number 1 overall pick, James Worthy, didn't die. And the Celtics overall pick, Len Bias, I think it was 2, Len Bias, who was considered like on par with Michael Jordan, died the night he was drafted.
I still know some people who are like, yeah, I've never done cocaine because of Len Bias.
Yeah. Especially in the NBA. That, like, ended the NBA cocaine crisis.
Yeah, real easy. Just kill someone.
Just die on draft night, famously.
Do we think David Stern had anything to do with it? Do you think he was like, this cocaine thing is really out of control? We need to just send a message.
I think he was enjoying the ratings bonanza of the Celtics-Lakers matchups too much. Like, that's all he cares about.
Yeah, that's fair. The man was cash-oriented.
Do you remember what he said when he asked what his ideal finals matchup would be? And this was like right after they got caught rigging.
Oh, it was Lakers versus Lakers.
Lakers versus Lakers. So why do we think it's a little suspect? Also, great stat. The Lakers have never had a negative free throw differential in the history of the franchise. Every other team has. And that's like a
must be nice
thing, so you should get them about 50% of the time.
Not if you're the Lakers.
Fucking ridiculous. Anyway,
yeah.
This has been the 200 Proof Sports Podcast. We mostly talked about sports, except for some stuff at the beginning about kid touching.
Yeah, not a big deal. No one should be worried about it at all.
No, it's just all the rich people, all the religious figures, most of the sports figures, everyone.
Yeah, all the most influential and powerful people in the world are just tearing through our youth, and we're not doing anything about it. So don't worry about it. Nothing.
Vote for Kamala Harris? Lame. I disagree with her tax policy. I'm going with the
I think she has a bad haircut.
Dude, it's just the pantsuits. The Democrats got to stop with the blue pantsuits. No Republican woman wears pantsuits.
Yeah. Or if you're going to wear pantsuits, just do some squats, Kamala.
Yeah. Shouldn't you have a black ass?
I know you've got a nice ass under there. Just tighten
everything up a little. Come on.
Tighten it up.
That's our political advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the Republican side, I don't know, stop covering up the pedophile stuff. And, it's equal problems on both sides.
Yeah. Democrats, tighten it up. Republicans, chill with the Botox, okay?
Dude. Why are all of them like that?
It's getting scary.
They don't look like people.
They look like the guy from the Chair Company finale.
If you guys don't know what that is, please Google it. Also, just watch The Chair Company. Fucking amazing.
Yeah. Great show.
We got to wrap up. This has been the 200 Proof Sports Podcast. SeatGeek, $20 off any ticket. It's 200 Proof Sports promo code. Like, rate, subscribe, race bait the comments. We teed it up for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
We had so much racial stuff this time.
There's so much material in there, guys. Do your jobs.
We did some Jew stuff. We did some black stuff, some white stuff. I think we took some digs at Dagestan.
Yeah, Muslim stuff. If they're allowed to have social media, I don't know.
We literally called Dagestanis Neanderthals. Come on, we're doing
just one of them. Just one of them.
It's a lot of them. A lot of them kind of look like that.
Also, I think that guy's from Chechnya, which is next door. But who cares?
Dude, it's just one giant fucking mountain range of monsters.
Yeah.
Who just dominate the UFC. God, I like that Dana White is figuring out what happened to boxing. It's like, oh man, people really don't like it when your sport starts getting dominated by these Eastern Europeans.
Yeah.
NBA's figuring that one out.
Well, I guess the answer, take all the American kids, send them 2-3 year Dagestan and forget.
Or you just, you got to restart the Cold War and ban all the Eastern Europeans again.
That'll do it.
All right. See you guys next time.
Thanks for